Have you ever found yourself laughing at a joke or coughing during a family gathering, only to feel that unsettling, unexpected leak? Or maybe you sneezed and felt a sudden, uncomfortable dampness. If you've been there, you're not alone. In fact, millions of people around the world experience bladder leaks, and it's more common than you might think. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to stay that way. In this video, we're going to explore why this happens and, more importantly, what you can do to regain control and confidence. So whether you're tired of rushing to the bathroom or simply want to enjoy a good laugh without worrying about leaks, stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and practical steps you need to take back control. Let's get straight into the core of this topic: the pelvic floor. Often overlooked yet absolutely essential for our daily lives, this group of muscles acts like a supportive hammock, holding up vital organs like the bladder uterus in women rectum and in men the prostate. It's the unsung hero of our bodies, helping us maintain control over urination, bowel movements, and even sexual function. But like any muscle, it can weaken over time, leading to problems that many people find difficult to talk about. Imagine the pelvic floor as the foundation of a house. If that foundation starts to crack or sag, the structure above it will inevitably suffer. The same goes for our bodies. When the pelvic floor weakens, it can't support the bladder properly, leading to unexpected leaks when you laugh, cough, or sneeze. This can be especially frustrating and even embarrassing, but it's also a common part of aging, childbirth, or recovery from surgery. So let's break down why this happens and what can be done to strengthen these vital muscles. The first signs of pelvic floor weakness can be subtle. Maybe a slight leak when you laugh too hard, or a small loss of control when you lift something heavy. Over time, these leaks can become more frequent and more severe. Some people might notice they have to rush to the bathroom more often, while others may struggle with a constant feeling of pressure or fullness in the lower abdomen. For some, the symptoms can even progress to the point where they avoid social activities, exercise, or long trips because they're worried about accidents. If left unaddressed, a weakened pelvic floor can lead to more severe problems over time. This can include full-on urinary incontinence, where you lose control over your bladder completely, or even pelvic organ prolapse, a condition where the organs supported by the pelvic floor actually start to slip out of place. This can be not just uncomfortable but physically painful and emotionally distressing. Dr. Jennifer Thompson, a leading urogynecologist, explains that many of her patients come to her only after their symptoms have become severe. They often say they wish they had sought help sooner, she notes. Pelvic floor dysfunction doesn't just affect your physical health. It impacts your confidence, your relationships, and your quality of life. But here's the thing: it's never too late to start rebuilding that foundation. With consistent effort, many people can regain control and significantly reduce or even eliminate their symptoms. According to Dr. Mark Edwards, a physical therapist specializing in pelvic health, consistency is key. It's not just about doing a few Kegels here and there. You need to incorporate these exercises into your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth. He also emphasizes the importance of maintaining a healthy weight, staying active, and avoiding heavy lifting whenever possible. One of the most effective ways to rebuild pelvic floor strength is through Kegel exercises. These are simple, targeted contractions that you can do anywhere, sitting at your desk, waiting at a red light, or even while cooking dinner. To get started, imagine you're trying to stop the flow of urine midstream. Tighten those muscles for 5 to 10 seconds, then relax for the same amount of time. Aim for 10-15 repetitions per session and try to do this at least 2-3 times a day. Over time, you'll notice those muscles becoming stronger, giving you more control over your bladder. But Kegels aren't just for women. Men can benefit too, especially those recovering from prostate surgery or dealing with age-related muscle loss. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Urology found that men who performed regular Kegel exercises after prostate surgery regained bladder control faster than those who didn't. Take Tom, a 68-year-old retired firefighter. After a long career of physical labor, he found himself struggling with bladder leaks. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older, but when the leaks started interfering with his golf games and morning jogs, he knew he had to take action. With his doctor's guidance, he started a daily routine of Kegel exercises, gradually adding more challenging movements like squats and bridges. 6 months later, Tom's back on the golf course enjoying his morning runs and even signed up for a hiking trip with his friends. "I didn't just get my bladder control back," he says. "I got my life back." While Kegels are a great start, they're not the only option. Other exercises like bridges, squats, and even deep core work can help strengthen the surrounding muscles, providing a more comprehensive approach to pelvic health. For example, bridges are fantastic for targeting the glutes and pelvic floor at the same time. To perform a bridge, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes and pelvic muscles at the top, then slowly lower down. Repeat this 10-15 times for a full set. Squats are another excellent choice as they engage not just the pelvic floor, but also the thighs and lower back, improving overall stability. Just remember to keep your core tight and your back straight to avoid unnecessary strain. Dr. Mark Edwards, a physical therapist specializing in pelvic health, emphasizes the importance of consistency. It's not just about doing a few Kegels here and there. You need to incorporate these exercises into your daily routine just like brushing your teeth. He also recommends bladder training, a technique where you gradually increase the amount of time between bathroom breaks to strengthen your bladder muscles and improve control. This can be especially helpful for those who feel the urge to urinate frequently. Finding time for pelvic floor exercises doesn't have to be a chore. Many people find it helpful to link these exercises to daily activities, like doing a set of Kegels while waiting for their coffee to brew or squeezing in a few bridges before bed. Remember, progress takes time, but every small step counts. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away. Just keep at it, and you'll start to notice improvements in your strength, confidence, and quality of life. And if you ever feel uncertain about whether you're doing the exercises correctly, don't hesitate to reach out to a physical therapist who specializes in pelvic health. They can provide personalized guidance and support, ensuring you get the most out of your efforts. When it comes to bladder health, exercise is only part of the picture. Your daily habits, the things you eat, drink, and even how you move, all play a critical role in keeping your bladder in check. And while it might seem like a small part of your daily life, taking care of your bladder can have a huge impact on your overall health and confidence. Bladder problems often start subtly. Maybe it's a slight urge to go more often, a little leak when you laugh, or that uncomfortable feeling of never quite emptying your bladder completely. For some, it can start as what feels like a small inconvenience, but gradually grows into a significant issue if left unchecked. Take the story of Carol, a 62-year-old retired teacher. She noticed that every time she drank her morning coffee, she found herself running to the bathroom within the hour. At first, she brushed it off as just getting older, but when she started waking up multiple times a night, she knew something had to change. After speaking with her doctor, she learned that caffeine is a known bladder irritant, especially as you age. She decided to cut back, switching to herbal tea and gradually reducing her caffeine intake. Within weeks, she noticed a dramatic improvement: fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom and less urgency during the day. Dr. Emily Johnson, a urologist specializing in women's health, explains that many bladder issues develop slowly over time. The bladder is like a balloon. It stretches and contracts as it fills and empties, but over time it can lose some of its elasticity. Combine this with a weakened pelvic floor, and you have a recipe for leaks, urgency, and discomfort. Factors like aging, childbirth, menopause, and even chronic constipation can all contribute to this weakening. And for men, prostate issues can add an extra layer of complexity. Dr. Johnson emphasizes that understanding the early signs and making small, proactive lifestyle changes can make a significant difference. Maintaining a healthy weight can also reduce the pressure on your bladder. Excess weight, especially around the abdomen, can put constant pressure on the pelvic floor muscles, increasing the risk of leaks. Simple activities like walking, yoga, or swimming are fantastic for building muscle tone without straining your joints. Dr. Karen Lee, a physical therapist who specializes in pelvic floor health, says, "I always tell my patients that every pound lost is a little less pressure on your bladder. It's not just about losing weight, it's about gaining control." Consider Sarah, a 65-year-old grandmother who loved spending time with her grandkids but found herself constantly worrying about bladder leaks. After joining a local water aerobics class, she not only lost 15 pounds but also regained control over her bladder. "It felt like I got my freedom back," she says. Another critical piece of the puzzle is bladder training, essentially teaching your bladder to hold more urine over time. This can help reduce the frequency and urgency of bathroom trips. It's a gradual process, but it can make a world of difference for those struggling with overactive bladder symptoms. Start by trying to delay your bathroom trips by just a few minutes, gradually increasing the time as your bladder gets stronger. Over time, you'll find that those urgent feelings become less intense and less frequent. Chronic constipation can also contribute to bladder problems. When your bowels are full, they put pressure on the bladder, reducing its capacity and increasing the urge to urinate. To avoid this, eat a diet rich in fiber, think whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and nuts, and stay hydrated to keep things moving smoothly. For example, John, a 68-year-old retiree, struggled with frequent bladder leaks until his doctor suggested adding more fiber to his diet. After a few weeks of oatmeal breakfasts and adding more vegetables to his dinners, he noticed a significant reduction in his symptoms. Don't ignore your body's natural signals. If you feel the urge to go, don't put it off for too long, as this can overstretch the bladder over time. It's also a good idea to avoid going to the bathroom just in case, as this can train your bladder to hold less over time. Dr. Michael Roberts, a leading urologist, advises his patients to keep a bladder diary, a simple journal where you record your fluid intake, bathroom trips, and any leaks or discomfort. This can help you identify triggers and patterns in your symptoms. Remember, bladder leaks are a common part of life for many people, but they don't have to control your life. With a bit of patience and the right exercises, you can regain your confidence and enjoy the things you love without fear. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who might need this information, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more health tips and inspiring stories. Thank you for watching, and here's to a stronger, more confident you.